And now, from Omaha and Cleveland, to entertain you tonight with a gala discussion and a recording session, Matt and Greg and the fabulous Beach Boys Talk.
What's up, brother Matt?
Hello, brother Greg. How you doing?
I'm good. I want to make sure that we are good to go here.
Happy Tuesday, everybody out there.
Happy Tuesday. Let's make sure that we are good to go. Make sure everything is sounding and looking good. Can everybody hear us okay? It's been a couple weeks, so I want to make sure that we're good to go. I'm clicking on this. Let's take a listen.
Looks like we can. I think it looks like it.
All right. I think we're good to go. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beach Boys Talk. It's a show. It's a live stream show. That's right. It's happening right now, dedicated to our favorite band, the Beach Boys. Right, Matt?
Yes, and those of you new, we are brothers. We are huge Beach Boy fans. We once thought that we were probably the biggest Beach Boys fans ever, but then we meet all these people in chat that might be bigger than we are. Yeah. We don't claim. We want to be clear. A disclaimer we give every time: we're not historians, we're not experts, musicologists. We just love discussing the albums and the songs and the history of our favorite band, the Beach Boys. And boy, do we have a good show tonight.
Yes, we do, Matt.
We're going to celebrate the news. We got some interesting news items to discuss.
Yeah.
We're going to talk the Many Moods of Matt. That's a segment where I give my thoughts on maybe a controversial subject, not always, but in the Beach Boy world, I guess.
Is tonight controversial?
And Greg and I are really, really honored tonight to welcome. It's another household name that I've known since I was younger. And again, we just have a credible chance to meet and speak with tonight. The great author and historian, Domenic Priore, will be joining us a little bit later tonight. He wrote a book called Smile, the story of Brian Wilson's lost masterpiece.
Yay.
He was the first one to really put something together about smile called Look, Listen, Vibrate, Smile. He's also written other books, Pacific Ocean Park, Ride on Sunset Strip, just a prolific writer. And I've gotten to talk with him a little bit here and there prior to coming on, and I'm really excited to talk to him. He seems like he's going to be great. So
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But if you're new, joining us new tonight, we'd love for you to introduce yourself. Tell us, where you're from and maybe your favorite Beach Boy album. That'd be kind of fun. But hi to Marianne. Hey, Taylor. Hey, Joyce. Janice. Dawn. Hi, Stacy. We got a lot. We got Denise in the house. Kathy's with us.
Hey,
Whitney. Hey, Whitney. Hope you're doing well. Philippine Dance Troupe. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Buzz is in the house. I wonder what brand of microphones you both use for Beach Boy Talk. This is a Rode. Rode makes kind of a podcasting mic that we both use. It's kind of run of the mill. It's okay. Hey, Claire. Claire's in the house. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Bruce. How you doing? Bruce is in the house. Janice. Hello, Janice. Hope you're doing well. Happy to have you back. Some fun to be back.
Absolutely.
McCrenna's in the house. Hi, McCrenna. Make sure I say hi to McCrenna. Awesome. Okay. Well, Matt, you want to kick right into it here?
Yeah, we had a week off. It's kind of weird to be off for a week and then come back. Feels like we haven't been here forever.
I know.
I know we're not going to talk about it too much tonight, but I did want to give mention to, if you are new, we do have a group page, a Facebook page called Beach Boys Talk, and we put some cool polls and questions on there.
Yeah.
The last one we had was, what's your favorite guitar solo in a Beach Boys song?
Yeah,
we had some
interesting
tonight, answers. Right? I think so.
Yeah,
but anyway, that's one example. We had, what's your favorite pre-Pet Sounds album? So go ahead and join over there and support us. And also we have a Beach Boys Talk other page too, for where we post the videos and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, a thank you to everybody out there who lets us share our stuff on your pages and all the work you do to keep the Beach Boys name alive, right, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being here. It's always great. Sean O'Grady. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Hey, Spud. Hope you're doing well. Did that intro say Peach Boys? Yes. We are our favorite band is the Peach Boys.
The Peach Boys.
The Peach Boys. I like that. Bill Larson. Hey, Bill. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Jerry. Jerry Johnson's in the house tonight. Ben 006. Matt. Hey, Matt and Greg. I missed that last episode, but I'm back. Well, we're happy you're back. We're happy to be back. Russ and Tracy's in the house. Greetings from New Mexico. Happy Tuesday. Absolutely. We're so honored to have you all here. Hey, if you could do us a favor, as always, if you can share the stream, that's always helpful to us. The more the merrier. We like having people on here. So if you can click the share button, share it on your page, it's awful helpful as we go along. But before we get things kicked off, Matt, you want to do a little tribute to the late great.
Let's do it.
Late great Billy Hinsche.
Yep. Rest in peace, Billy.
Hello, my friends. It's good to see you again. You know it's been a few years since I went away. Now I'm happy to say I'm doing okay myself. I can dig what's happening. And every day there is something new. And hey, good things are coming my way. Good things coming my way. As for Billy Hinsche, of course, y'all know Billy, a longtime member of the Beach Boys, and of course, member of Billy, Dino, and Desi, or Desi, Billy, and Dino, and Dino, Desi, and Billy. I think was it Dino, Desi, Billy?
I think, and he, those of you that don't know, he passed away recently, and we like to just honor him. He really kind of started and kind of inspired Greg and me to want to do this show, because he started one, remember? And as you all, a lot of you know, on Saturday nights, and a great show. He just play all his music and tell stories and have guests and things. So
it was really charming, and he's such a nice guy. It was so talented.
And a legend,
too.
Of course.
He would sing and really fun. So we miss you, Billy. And welcome, Steven. Welcome. I saw Joe. Capital Joe's in the house. Everybody, Caps Joe is in the house. Everybody,
John Butler's in the house.
Everybody, how about some hellos in all caps for Caps Joe? Capital Joe is in the house. We love you, Joe. Glad to hear. Steve is in the house. Hey, Steve. Hope you're doing well. Steve Medetsky, Janice, King of Puns. Yeah, he had some zingers for sure. He had some really good stuff. But how's everybody doing tonight? I want to kind of take it easy. We have some time to mess with. I always love to hear how's everybody doing. Capital Joe, hello, all caps from Don, from Daddy Don Bogosh in the house. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Greg, what you been? I asked this in the chat and got a few answers, but I should have asked it differently, I guess. But Beach Boys wise, what have you been listening to lately? Anything getting your ear lately? They have so much to listen to. So
yeah, I was recently staining and sealing my deck, and so I have this Beach Boys playlist that I was listening to.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm trying to think if anything really stuck. I mean, it's a good playlist. Yeah, that Today era music is just so good.
It really is.
Like Today, Summer Days, I just love those two albums so much, and to me they always stick out. I mean, Pet Sounds is great. The 70s stuff is great, but there's just something really special about the music and the lyrics from that time period. Just they were such a cool unit, and the second side of Today. Specifically when I grew up to be a man, listening to that, I'm just like, man, this is such a cool,
what a tune,
cool song. How about you? Yeah,
I've been listening to school's about to end. We're getting ready for the summer. I've been trying to get in the mood. So I've actually been listening to two. I've been taking my favorite songs from both albums and kind of listening to them. And that's from Shutdown Volume 2 and All Summer Long. When you put like everybody has their favorite songs on those albums, but I think that's the same thing. The Beach Boys, as we remember them as a unit in their heyday, All Summer Long is really, really a good album. I don't know if it's overlooked. I hate to use that term and, underrated all the time, but there's some really good stuff on that album. So, yeah. So listen to All Summer Long tonight, everybody. Remember when you spilled Coke all over the blouse?
Really
Hushabye. I mean, come on. I Get Around, We'll Run Away. Don't Back Down. Little Honda. What nice. And then the other album, of course, Don't Worry Baby. Keep an Eye on Summer, which is another one I love. But everybody knows we love that one, so I won't go on. But always nice to delve into their catalog and re-listen to things, that's been a while. So
yeah. Sandy says Summer in Paradise was reading how Carl was so upset with that album. I didn't know that. Is that true?
Really?
Of course. I guess it's probably true.
I don't know. He's all over it, but I mean he's part of the band. So
I really like that album. I've come to really, really like it actually a lot. More than some other Beach Boy albums.
You like that one song on there, Lau. What do you remember? What's it called? You tried to hook me up on it.
Yes.
Something Island something. Island Getaway or something. I don't know what it's called here. Yeah.
Sail away when the wind comes up and the sun goes down. This island town. Oh, what song?
I don't know what that's called, man. But
what song is that off of Summer? I love it so much. Oh, darn it! Is it Island Fever?
That's what it's called, Island
Fever. I love that song. So
Buzz said, Matt, I was listening to the first 6 LPs last week. The first 6er. Yeah.
Lahaina Aloha is really good. The one I was singing is
something with an island, is it? It is that one because he says something about a fever in it, doesn't he?
Well, I'm singing Lahaina Aloha, but Island Fever is another one I really like.
Well, anyway, yeah. Well, take a listen to that album. It's kind of maligned, but we've talked about it here. But anyway, always nice to find out what people are listening to. Buzz said I was listening to the first 6 LPs last week. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Greg and I have talked about this before, but we took a road trip one time and we listened to all the albums in order. Remember that, Greg? It's sequence, starting with Surfing Safari.
Brutal.
All the way. And it's really interesting because you can hear the progression. It kind of starts real rough. And then all of a sudden you get this, as they say, the sonic, oasis and like, what is this music, And then they kind of go past that time and then it just gets stranger for a while. And then it's kind of like, it's interesting to do that if you have time, if you're on a trip or something. So, but anyway, Steve said All Summer Long was my first Beach Boy album. Got it right when it was released. Yeah. My mom and Mom's on. Hey, Ma. She had All Summer Long when I was a kid, I remember, and I wore that thing out. Remember Do You Remember's on there? Remember that one, Greg? And Drive-In, and a classic. So
yeah,
had all the notes from the Beach Boys on the back with their.
Hey, Steve says, Greg, can you sing When I Grew Up to Be a Man? You want to sing When I Grew Up to Be a Man?
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
My favorite song on today.
Will I dig the same things that turned me on as a kid? Will I look back and say that I wish I hadn't done what I did? Will I joke around and still dig those sounds? When I grow up to be a man, will I look for the same things in a woman that I dig in a girl? Will I settle down fast or will I first want to travel the world? Yeah. Now I'm young and free, but how will it be when I grow up to be a man? kids be proud or think their old man's really a square. When they're out having fun, yeah, well, I have my share. And I love my for the rest of my life. When I grow up to be a man, what will I be? When I grow up to be a man. 18, 17, 16.
They already sang them.
It's kind of sad.
Won't Last Forever. It's kind of sad. You know, it's weird because that's like an upbeat, introspective song. And then at the end, you got that tag that sounds really upbeat, but they're saying Won't Last Forever. It's kind of sad. It's like
so good.
Typical Brian, you know, and Mike at the time.
Yeah, sorry. Been gigging a lot lately, so I don't have my voice is not as good. Not as bad as my voice is not the usual bad. It's a little bit not a little scratchy today, but fun. That's a fun song to do.
Yeah, and Taylor made a good point. He said 60s garage band progressing to musical stars. That is what happens if you listen to the albums in order. You're like, you know, these teenage guys got together in a living room and rocking out, and then turn into these sophisticated musicians.
I love it. Matt, let's want to kick into the Many Moods, my favorite segment that we
let's do it
every week. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The Many Moods.
Ooh. You sound like the live Beach Boys. Oh, burn. Okay, bear with me a minute tonight. You're going to see where I'm going with this. William Shakespeare once said, what's in a name? That which we call a... Hey, don't interrupt me. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. What does that mean? That means that a name is arbitrary, that the name of the thing doesn't really matter. It's the essence of the thing. And this brings me to my point tonight about the Beach Boys and their name. Going into the 60th anniversary, again, I've been reading a lot of stuff. And of course, for the show, been prepping some things with Domenic Priore coming on. I was reading some of his interviews and some of his stuff. And there's obviously a difference in the Beach Boys' popularity in their first, say, we'll go up to Summer Days and Summer Nights, right? Well, however many albums that is, 10 or something, versus after. And sometimes I wonder, is it what are the factors? And part of me thinks that one of the big reasons they lost popularity was as the culture shifted, the albums they made in the beginning kind of matched their name, right? The Beach Boys, Summertime, Fun, Cars, stuff like that. But as the culture progressed differently and music progressed, Brian Wilson progressed, as we know, if you listen to Pet Sounds, Smiley Smile, Friends, Wild Honey, all those records, he was progressing. In fact, he was doing it before a lot of people were. A good example of that is the lo-fi records, which became popular after Brian did it. But why did the Beach Boys become so unpopular? And I have talked about this before, but it's something that's still bothering me. And I figure we have some new folks on the show. Maybe we'll get some more explanations. But what I believe is that the Beach Boys name pigeonholed them a little bit. So if you're not a fan like us, whom we know the history, we know everything, when you just look at the Beach Boys, what do you expect? You expect songs like Surfin' USA, like Fun, 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 I Get Around, Surfer Girl, things like that. You don't expect a song like Time to Get Alone, or, I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, even Wouldn't It Be Nice for that matter. And so I think that, and I'm wondering, what does everybody think? The Beach Boys, is their name a blessing and a curse at the same time? Of course, it's iconic today and they have recognition, but I'm talking about at the time in the 60s and the 70s, did it hurt them because it pigeonholed them into this image of, these guys from California? Here's the thing, for the Today album through Pet Sounds, when Capitol was advertising them, they said America's *1 surf group, the Beach Boys. And of course, Today and Pet Sounds have nothing to do with surfing. So I wonder sometimes if the name pigeonholed them. And again, it's just the name. So I think if you actually here's the thing, if you buy Love You by the Beach Boys and you turn that on, you're going to say, what is this? It takes a few listens to really understand what's going on and things like that. And I think you can say that with a lot of those albums after Pet Sounds. even Sirius, which I'm seeing in the comments here, only puts the Beach Boys on the radio as a channel in the summertime, so they pigeonhole them themselves. So I just want to know about that. I know it's kind of a moot point in a way because it's 60 years later and we all love the Beach Boys and we know who they are. But I'm talking about their popularity. They're not as popular as the Beatles. They're not as popular as the Rolling Stones and things like that. But their music, in my opinion, is better. Maybe in the Beatles case, just as good, but I think it's better. But not as popular. And I wonder if it's because of their name sometimes. And that's what I got to say tonight. Tell me I'm right, brother.
I mean, it's not a very good Many Moods of Mad, to be honest. It's a little.
What do you mean?
It's like kind of a.
Greg in chat said good point, and Sandy said the name was a huge factor. Joyce said agreed, Matt. So
no, it's not though. I mean, I think anybody that says that, no offense to our awesome chat folks, I think that's just like a weak argument for what was a string of pretty mediocre records. If you look at it within context.
Look at Abby. Abby says, I agree, Matt. I didn't become a BB fan until last year because I assumed incorrectly that they only or mainly made surf music. I do like their name, but do agree that it likely pigeonholed them. See? So.
Yeah, well, okay, but I'm assuming we're not talking about why people mistake them today for surf music. I'm assuming your conversation is about why did they wane in popularity in the late 60s?
Well,
right?
wane in popularity then, but also now, because 60 years later, they're still not as popular as those bands. Paul McCartney can sell out a baseball stadium. Okay, the Beach Boys can't sell out a baseball stadium. You know what I mean?
It's two different arguments. If it's today, it's because you not uneducated, but it's like you don't. There's plenty out there to tell you now that the Beach Boys are not just about surfing, right? I mean, at this point, there's plenty out there.
Not unless you take the time and delve into them. I mean, again, they're putting out Sounds of Summer, which is all their greatest hits, which mostly are about surfing and cars and stuff.
You're saying their name's the problem. I think at this point, the name.
I think it's part of the problem. I don't think it's the whole problem, but I'm just wondering if they had more of a generic name that doesn't, let their music do the talking and create the mood that they want, not their name.
I hate when people say that. It's like, to me, their name was not the problem in the late 60s. It was the music that they were putting out, and they're the music that they were putting out commercially. Now, to your point, Time to Get Alone, that stuff is great, but they weren't singles. They weren't putting it out at the time. And if you look at the music from Smiley Smile on, their singles were pretty mediocre.
Yeah, but first of all,
single that
I don't agree with that.
In the middle of the pack, maybe.
Good Vibrations.
Okay, sorry. Post Good Vibrations single.
Heroes and Villains went to 12.
Mediocre.
Do It Again was a pretty good hit, Darling. But here's the thing.
Musically, compared to the rest of their catalog before and after, that music is. You won't even find them on greatest hits.
Yeah, but why? Because when you talk
nothing to do with their name, it's because the music is mediocre.
But when you talk about how well they sold, that has to do with popularity. It's not.
Okay, all right. So So your argument is Holland didn't sell well because of the name? No, dude. Holland didn't sell well because the music.
I think it's part of it. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Holland album, so I might agree with you on that one.
Why not? Is it because their name?
No, I didn't say the only reason people wouldn't buy their records was because of their name. I asked if their name pigeonholed them and hurt their popularity, because the casual person who's just picking up a Beach Boys and says, oh, the Beach Boys, they do surf music, I'm not interested in that. That's my point. Instead of actually taking Pet Sounds and listening to it and saying, wow, this thing is amazing.
No, but that's two things there. One thing is someone that hasn't been educated on the music, but it's available out there. And That's like saying that'd be like me saying, oh, the Beatles only do Twist and Shout, right? That's their only song.
But that has nothing to do with their name. That's my point.
That's my point.
The Beach Boys' early hits did have to do with their name. That's what I'm saying. No, you know what I mean? They did. Their first biggest hit was Surfing USA.
You're saying
what do you mean?
That Friends flopped commercially because of their name.
I'm not saying it's because it flopped because of their name. I'm saying that had something to do with it, because look at when it came out. It came out in 1968. Flower Power, Vietnam War. And that album is very progressive for the time. It's very peaceful. It's about transcendental meditation, but people don't know that because they say, that's the Beach Boys. I don't want to hear any surf music. In fact, Jimi Hendrix even said at Monterey Pop, which I saw in the chat here,
Matt, that totally goes against.
You'll never hear surf music again, but Matt, it's not surf music, right?
That's not even true, dude. Okay. Then Good Vibrations somehow made number one in spite of this whole surf thing, because that's the same time it came out. You're talking a matter of months, so you can't be true for one time.
So they were still popular in 1966 and were still being called the surf band, and they were popular. Their popularity went down after that, after Good Vibration.
Why would they ask Brian Wilson to be on the panel of the Monterey Pop Festival if they were so pigeonholed? They weren't.
Well, I think Brian thought they were too. That's why they backed out, and for one reason. I mean, let's be fair. I do think not finishing Smile, and we can talk to Domenic Priore about this tonight, but not finishing Smile was a big problem. Brian being less active was a problem. I'm not denying any of that.
Their musical output was pretty rough.
But what I'm talking about is, I'm not talking about from what we know. I'm talking about from somebody who goes to a record store, doesn't know the Beach Boys, and picks up a record. If it's 1968 and the Beach Boys are considered not hip and not cool in surf music, they're not going to buy Friends, because they're going to look at the name and they're going to say, I'm not interested in the Beach Boys or surf music, guys that put out Surfing USA.
Doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Because at that time, even if that's the argument, at that time, Good Vibrations would hit number one. So at
not in 68, that was in 66.
My point is, Matt, if you're alive in 68 and you're not buying a Beach Boys record because you think Beach Boys is surf music, then you're an idiot.
Steve said Friends failed because people didn't give it a chance, partly because of their name. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
dude, no, I'm done with this show right now. No way. You're telling me that if you're in 1968 and you say the Beach Boys their name is surf music, then you don't know what you're an idiot. It's not because of the name.
You're not an idiot. Why would you be expected to know that that Brian Wilson's writing these really progressive, amazing
because
things?
Good Vibrations, one of the biggest number one singles to come out within the past 2 years, and that had nothing to do with surfing.
Yeah, but Good Vibrations is still just a love song. Not every Beach Boys song was about surfing. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about
they were so pigeonholed into surf music
that because of their name, people are going to think that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's a cop out for why they're not better than the
Beatles.
It's
not. It's not a cop out. Why they are better? I'm just saying they're not as popular. And the reason they're not as popular is because when people think about the Beach Boys, they think about striped shirts and surfboards and Surfing USA, and they don't think about God Only Knows and Cabin Essence and I Went to Sleep, the Sunflower album. They don't think about that stuff. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah, no.
And I'm right about that.
No, you're not. The reason the Rolling Stones are more popular than the Beach Boys is because post 1967, the Rolling Stones put out way better music.
You think so?
I'll say more commercially successful music. Yeah.
Well, okay, but that has to do with popularity. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I'm asking, why did they become unpopular? Because remember,
you're saying it's because their name.
Popularity is if you want to do it that way, it's based on how many albums you sell. The Beach Boys were not selling albums, so it's not like they sold 10 million copies and then people said this music sucks. They didn't buy it. So part of it had to do with their name, because how would they know it was bad music if they didn't buy it to listen to it? You see what I'm saying?
Once again, how can you buy music and say that after Good Vibrations comes out? There's no excuse.
I'm saying if Wild Honey was going to be a top 10 album, it would have sold a lot, and it didn't. And it can't be because somebody told them beforehand it stinks. It's because they didn't buy it. They lost interest in the Beach Boys. And I think part of it was they didn't consider that the Beach Boys would be progressive. But anyway, we can move on or get some thoughts in the chat.
None of it had to do with their name. Okay. None of it
fair
had
enough.
to do with their name.
Anyway, it's an interesting discussion. I know it doesn't matter now. I'm not telling the Beach Boys to change their name now, maybe to Men or something, but but anyway.
The Beach Men.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how creepy that would have been? Hey, Little Tomboy. Hey, Little Tomboy is creepy already, but if it came out MIU by the Beach Men, it'd be worse.
Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting discussion, and maybe we can ask Domenic about that, what he thinks tonight too.
That would be an interesting question for Domenic. I think that would be
because he's told me before that he thought the Beach Boys, like as a band, as their best era was like 61 to 72. And then after that, he says they kind of made some bad decisions and stuff. And Cindy, we're not really fighting though. We Mom, we're not fighting. We just like talking about this stuff.
We do this every day on the phone. Sorry.
This is actually a good example of what started our show, is that we get on the phone and talk about stuff like this.
It's true. Matt, let's kick into this a little bit, huh?
Let's do it.
Matt, let's talk about some news, brother. What do we got going on?
We got a big news story. I did see this, but I wanted to thank our friend Darren Edwards too for bringing this to my attention. She and Him, the duo of Zoe Deschanel and M. Ward, have announced a new album of Brian Wilson and Beach Boys covers. It's called Melt Away, a tribute to Brian Wilson. It's out July 22nd.
Yeah.
It actually features, one of the songs features Brian Wilson on Do It Again. There is a video out for Darlin'. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know what to think about it. I'm not a big fan of that version of the song they put out, but listen to the track listing here. Darlin', Wouldn't It Be Nice, Till I Die, Deirdre, which is really a interesting one. Brian gets a credit on that. It was mostly a Bruce song. Melt Away from the 88 album. Good to My Baby, Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Don't Worry Baby, This Whole World. Kiss Me Baby, Do It Again with Brian Wilson. Here's the one that really is surprising to me. Heads You Win, Tails I Lose from Surf and Safari album. Please Let Me Wonder and Meant for You. So any thoughts in the chat? And Greg, what about you? You interested in this album at all? Or
so I listened to Darlin', and how do I put this politely? I don't know that it's for me. I appreciate them kind of bringing light to Beach Boys music and covering it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I don't love the whole coffee shop voice thing. I'm not a fan of that.
You're referring to her, right? The kind of soft.
It's just it's a little too like coffee shop beanie on. You know, like I don't know. I really like her. I think she's awesome and she's crazy talented. I'm not a huge fan of it so far, but TBD, right? The rest of the record's coming out. If I had to make a judgment on the track listing, though, it's a little like kind of try hard. You know what I mean?
Is it too I'm a fan, like a deep cut fan, you know, like, that kind of thing?
Look how deep I am. Heads you win, tails you. It's like
Deirdre.
But
you know.
To be fair, Matt, they could be amazing covers. I don't know.
We'll see.
But
I'll probably give it a listen. I mean, I anything that they want to give respect to Brian Wilson and honor him, I appreciate. You know, so
she's great. No, like I said, I really like her. She's beautiful. She's super talented. You know, great. I think she's got a nice voice. I just. You know, I don't know. Maybe I've heard Carl sing it so many times.
Well, I think we're spoiled too, because anybody that sings Beach Boys music that's not the Beach Boys or in the Beach Boys bands don't have that harmony either, and it takes away from the song when you're missing that blend. You know, I think so. What about in the chat? Anybody?
Sean O'Grady says She and Him. Their name hurts them. Yeah, Matt. Oh, She and Him. There's no songs that say She and Him in it.
Well,
that means it's not gonna work.
What if they have like 8 members and they're called She and Him? That wouldn't make any sense. I told you the name is arbitrary. So
the Beatles, they don't have any songs about bugs.
Scott James, it's not spelled like the Beetle, like the bug, dude. Scott James said the track list looks great. Love them. So pumped. Sean said that Darlin' version is great. Sandy said going to see She and Him tribute to BW in Virginia. Oh, I didn't know they were touring that. That's cool. Michael B. Coates said I've heard She and Him's version of Darlin'. The video is fun and cute.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Good to My Baby rules. Yeah, I agree with that.
Claire.
Abby said I like Zoe Deschanel, but not their version of Darlin'. Yeah, I could have guessed that
Claire's answer would be no one does it like Carl, to be honest. I knew that was coming from Claire Bear.
Closest one ever is Darian. Julie said she has no interest at all in the album. I think somebody else said, Don said no interest. You know, yeah. I just like the fact that they're honoring him and continuing to get the Beach Boys music out there, because it might bring it to a whole nother crowd, you know, right, that listen to them. So I'm okay with that.
Or it might completely turn them off from anything to do with that music too.
That's a fair point too, because they might turn it on and say, "Oh, I thought this was the Beach Boys. What's Deirdre? It has nothing to do with surfing." So that could happen.
No, nobody would do that, and that proves my point. Dakota says at Greg, yes, he wanted to change to the beach at one point, but it was voted down. Yeah, but once again,
Brian did.
Yeah, I don't disagree that it was something in their head, like an anxiety that they had, that they thought it was a problem. But was it really the problem? And the answer is absolutely not.
Well, you're the definitive answer on that. So, all right, I got another piece of news here.
Right. Okay, what you got?
This is interesting. This Friday, May 27th, the Beach Boys meaning Mike and Bruce and their band of merry fellows, are going to make their debut after 60 years at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
Wow.
They're going to perform with Low Cash, and of course they have a song out on the radio now that titled Beach Boys. I'll be honest with you, I've not heard that song, so I don't even know what it sounds like, but it's pretty neat that you go to the Grand Ole Opry, which is country music. I've been there before. I used to live there, and be able to Beach Boys to bring their music, and hopefully they'll get to perform some of their music too.
Chat,
again, more people.
Okay, let's ask the chat. Is it bad that neither Matt or I have heard that song yet? Have anybody heard that song? I'm not a fan of like pop country today, especially like the hip hop pop country thing. And I just know I'm not going to like it. So I'd rather not even go for it. Who's anybody listen to?
Yeah, I mean, I might listen to it after the show to see, but I'm glad Mike and Bruce are on a track and getting their names out there and keeping the Beach Boys alive. It's nothing like that. I don't think it's like embarrassing to them or anything. I'm not a country fan. You know what I mean?
That would be in many moods though. Is it like too much? You know what I mean? Like, is it a little too outside? It's like
they did like the Nashville sounds or whatever. I mean, country people have covered their music before, and I know this song is.
But like to team up with like I don't know.
It's hard to say. I think the song, if my understanding's right, is a tribute to the Beach Boys. And again, of course, they're talking about hanging out in the summer and doing beach stuff. So it's called the Beach Boys.
Listen to it right now? You want to watch the video? Hey, type of one in the chat.
I don't think we can play it on here.
Well, they'll mute it. It's okay.
Whitney said not a good song. Allison said Beach Boys honestly slaps. Good song. It bobs, Allison. It bobs.
Right. Well, hey, we're gonna do a vote right here, and we're gonna watch it together. We're doing this together as a family, and y'all better watch it and be quiet. Hey, what, Matt? What's the name of the song?
It's called Beach Boys. So good luck googling that.
It's called Beach Boys by
Low Cash. A lot of people saying no. Cindy said no. Steve said he's never heard it. Tom Daly said, yeah, it's pretty good. Bill said pop country sucks. Whitney said, don't bother. Don't turn off the stream. Oh, Sandy said Fred Vail arranged the Grand Ole Opry concert. That's cool. I didn't know that. We love Fred, friend of the show. Russ and Tracy said the Low Cash song is beyond dreadful. Joyce said no. John said their harmony is the best of music. Of course it is. Yep. Michael said, I haven't heard it. Scott James said, don't listen to it. Not worth it. Here we go, man. We're not going to get any Low Cash. They're never going to come on our show. I don't think.
Here we go, everybody. Get ready. All right, and then we're all gonna vote. We're about to lose like 30 viewers at least.
I get around, get around.
Hang around for Domenic. Just suffer through these 2 minutes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let's leave the John Deere.
I can't even hear
Take
it.
the CJ. Let's roll this back road
So I'm being
to a
spared here.
freeway. Gonna drive until the map turns blue. Where they say we talk a little funny. Let's take the country to the beach, boy. Trade that red dirt every sand. Show 'em how we Tennessee, boy. Catch a
Greg likes it.
jumbo buzz on a catamaran. Get a little bit of red on the redneck. Drop a line in the bottom of a long neck. Find a boat that floats and get shipwrecked. With some local
Oh, shipwreck.
Let's
Nice.
take the country to the beach, boy. Get around, we'll drink a little
Beach Boys and Tennessee Boys. That's clever.
Okay, I think I get enough of it.
Did you hear Mike and Bruce in it? They sing on the track.
Oh, I heard. No, are you kidding? No.
They do. They sing on it.
Do they have like a solo or something?
Yeah, they sing like.
All
He
right,
sings
hold
like
on.
I
All
Get
right,
Around
Okay,
on it.
hold on. All right, keep going.
All
All right, we're listening for Mike.
I mean, am I wrong about
Do
that?
you hear-
That's
I hear-
why they're going.
I hear Brian singing the ooze. Do you hear Brian singing?
It's not Brian. It's other people in his band. Michael said stop. Okay, turn it off. Anyway, they're making.
Does Mike Love have like a solo or something on this?
He doesn't have a solo. They're singing in the background, like on the round, get around part, and that's the point. It's like a tribute.
I want to see if I can hear him.
The point is, it's newsworthy because the Beach Boys are going to the Grand Ole Opry for the
Hey,
first
Matt,
time.
stop talking. We're still listening. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No way. I don't hear Mike Love at all on the round, get around. It's still them. It's like got the country twang.
They're on there. I promise. Maybe there's another.
Let's roll it back.
Maybe there's another version of it, but I promise. What fresh hell is this? That's what Bill said.
Okay.
Okay, leave it alone. Leave it
So
alone. So anyway, that's the song that's gotten them to go to the Grand Ole Opry to perform that with Low Cash. But I am hoping that
Allison said skip to the very end. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay. I am hoping though that the Beach Boys get to play some of their classic tunes in front of that audience. But yeah, I agree with you, Sean. He says, not my thing, but I dig the Beach Boys are getting recognition. That's what I say.
Give me the Beach Boys.
Yeah, I still don't hear Mike's vocal. So,
anyway, it's in there. I promise you.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Nashville area Friday night, you want to see Mike and Bruce, head over to the Grand Ole Opry by the Opry Mills Mall, and there you go.
How are they going to do that song live if the two country guys aren't there? Does Bruce sing the lead on
No,
that?
they are there. They're singing it with the country guys.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. They're going because of Low Cash. They're going to perform with them.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and not see that. I'm going to go ahead and never hear that again. But if you like it, that's cool.
Yep. Well, that's all the news I got tonight, unless you got something.
Yeah, I mean,
Greg.
it's basically, what's the other band that's like Georgia, Florida Line, and all those bands? It's all the same kind of stuff, you know. It's like,
yeah,
put a lime in a beer and drink the beer.
Yeah, but take away the whether you like country music or not. What do you think about it? Just from the point of, as we were talking about popularity and Beach Boys name recognition. What do you think about it from that point of view? You think I mean, they're 80 years old and they're still getting recognized. Brian Wilson's got a tribute album coming out, and now the Beach Boys are performing with a pretty popular country band. What do you think about all that as a fan? Doesn't that make you happy?
No, it makes me really frustrated, to be perfectly, if we're being really honest. I mean, I feel like it's I don't know. It's really like, how much can you water down the solution before it becomes like just blah? I mean, like, I feel like the Beach Boys music is really special, and I would much rather them focus on, like, why doesn't Mike Love make another solo record? Like, I don't like the crossover stuff. I don't know. The reason I love the Beach Boys is because it's not the absolute crap that's on the radio today. You know what I mean? And so to me, it hurts a little bit to like see them completely sell out this late in the game. Just it's because it is to me it's just not, it's not good. It's not great music. It's just pop. It's awful pop. You know, I don't know. Let's get shipwrecked. I mean, come on, guys.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Taylor
Ruckin said, I've heard it twice. No, sorry. Owen Hassel said Summer in Paradise album thinks that was bad.
Well, and I think it's like,
hey, Nolan.
It's
welcome,
like,
Nolan.
I don't understand why. Musically, it's not great. Okay. It's
to me,
are you trying to be popular and relevant?
Yeah.
Like,
to me, it's not the song. To me, it's like, I just think about it as a fan who I'm always advocating for the Beach Boys being the greatest. And I don't think that song's representative of the Beach Boys music, but
once again, it's diluting the brand name. It's diluting
but if it's possible that people will like that song and go out and say, who are these Beach Boys? Who are they? And then they get into the whole, catalog of Beach Boys records.
I'll give you every dime I have. I will give you every dime to my name, saying that no one is going to hear that song and say, "Oh, I'd like to listen to more Beach Boys." No,
not more Beach Boys, but like, say, like, who are they? Like, what are they all about? Why are these guys singing about them? I'm not saying that song's going to be like, oh, I want to hear another tune like that. But I'm just saying, you might have some younger kids who listen to that stuff who don't know who the Beach Boys are and might be interested in them because of that song, and look them up on YouTube or something, and see something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with you, but this is like too far the other way.
Well, Michael makes a good point. Michael Perry says they're being the Beach Boys not getting recognized. Others are trying to cash in on a previous fad. That's fair too. Maybe they're just, maybe these other guys are trying to get popular using the Beach Boys name. I didn't think about it that way, but
yikes.
But anyway, interesting. That's the news tonight. It's kind of interesting. Again, a lot of it in the end is all your matter of taste, but I personally like to see the Beach Boys still being recognized and honored for their contributions to, popular American music. So
maybe I wouldn't be bothered as much, I think, if it was like Mike Love and Friends or something, or if it was like, Low Cash featuring Mike Love and Bruce Johnson, of the Beach Boys. But the fact that it's Low Cash and the Beach Boys, it's like, oh, man, it hurts a little bit because this is like my favorite band who put out some of the most innovative, interesting music of all time. And now it's been boiled down to a really shitty pop song, like country pop song that is just, oh, man. I hate it. I don't like it. And once again, if you do like it, awesome. Because there are some, I'm a sucker.
Yeah, it's a matter of taste in the end.
Right. I'm a sucker for pop country. Like I do like some of it, but it's just too bad they put the Beach Boys name on it. I don't know if I like that because I don't hear any Beach Boys in it anyway. So
yeah, well, we got lots of different opinions on it. So anyway, that's the news. Check it out. And I think the She and Him album might be a little bit interesting, though. I didn't say much about that, but I think I might, when it comes out, I might listen to it. I don't know if I'll buy it, but I'm interested to hear the one that Brian sings on. I'm interested to hear Deirdre because I don't think that song's ever been covered before, except Bruce did a version, I think, on his solo album.
Yeah, I think that's one of Bruce's. That's got to be one of Bruce's best songs. I think.
Yeah, the chorus in that's awesome.
Yeah, Bruce does a really nice job on that.
Yeah.
So why I don't know. I watch something like that. Just like I would love to hear Mike do another solo album or something, or I don't know.
Yeah. How about a 60th reunion album? That'd be sweet.
Yeah, like why are you spending time on this? Like do a 60th thing or I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I don't actually think
I'm in a mood tonight. I think
I don't actually think it says Low Cash and the Beach Boys because I don't think Mike and Bruce are allowed to record as the Beach Boys without Brian and all them officially.
Oh.
You know what I mean? The name of the song is Beach Boys, but I'm pretty sure that he licensed the touring name for the touring group, but he can't record as a Beach Boys album with just him and Bruce. So
okay, well, I get that, but still, the fact that they're on stage with them, and they're pretty much saying that.
Yeah, Mike and Bruce are the Beach Boys. Yeah, I know, I understand. So,
anyway.
But when they tour on stage, they can say they're the Beach Boys. So, anyway,
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm
neither here nor there. All right, we're rambling here.
Little moody
hey, Greg,
now.
you want to throw up? We got a little bit of time. You want to throw up our question for the week?
I thought you were saying throw up like vomit.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of vomiting,
put up, place on the screen the poll, the question we did.
Yeah, can you give me a second?
Yeah. So this past week, everybody, if you're new again, join our group. We asked, what is the greatest what's your favorite guitar solo in a Beach Boys song? Now, we got into the weeds a little bit with some answers because some people said, well, does it have to be by Carl, by Blondie, by whom? And it doesn't matter. It's just, we know that Carl played a lot of them, but we know that the Wrecking Crew played some. We know that Ed Carter played some. It depends on the album and the year, Blondie. It's just, so anyway, just what's your favorite guitar solo? The thing about, I realized when I asked this question is that the Beach Boys don't actually have that many. They're not known, for being hard rockers, and they're known for their production and their sound, but Brian layers everything so much that it becomes so full. You don't have a lot of time for these kind of knockout, drag out epic, guitar solos. There's a few. My favorite one I said was the one in Do It Again. Does anybody know did Carl play that? But that's one of my favorites. I think that's a great guitar solo. I know he played it live. That was my favorite one. Greg, one that I saw a lot of on the poll was maybe I don't know from the 85 album. They talked about the guitar solo.
Yeah, that was not too bad. I don't think that's Carl, but maybe it is.
Yeah, well, it could be anybody, but yeah. So
I get around, round, get around, I get around, I get around, round, get around, I get around.
Songs in your head.
Put the bottle in the lime and the beach on the car and the trucks and the bars and the burn and I get around, round. It is in my head now. Son of a bee. Dang it.
That's the point of the catchy tune.
They got me.
So all you in the chat, you have a favorite Beach Boys guitar solo? And tell us what it is in the chat. Brian Houston said best guitar solo is on Island Fever. Hello, Matthew Smith.
I love that song.
Scott James said Long Promise Road and Dance, Dance, Dance. Yeah, Dance, Dance, Dance guitar solo is one of those that kind of rocks for a 60s rock song. Like, that's a pretty cool part. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look, Matt. We have.
All right. Anybody else? What do we got?
Okay, so it looks
BGB
like
Storm said it's a beautiful day.
maybe I don't know. I'm looking at the Facebook. We're in the Facebook one.
Yeah.
The solo of In My Room.
At the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a nice guitar part. Yeah, very cool.
Somebody mentioned California Girls at the beginning. That's awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good, nice. But I don't know that does it count as a solo? When I think solo, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like, when the song breaks and the guy gets up and, rocking out, that kind of thing. But
yeah,
that's why these questions are neat, because people have a lot of different answers, Joe Winters on our chat here said fun. I think that was one that was mentioned quite a bit. Carl solo in the beginning there.
Yeah, fun.
Johnny be
from
good.
JoJo, I see that. Whitney says, "How about that interlude and Don't Worry Baby right before the last verse?" Oh, just a. Well, you know what? There's something. It's like simple. It's nice. There's something cool about it. I get it. I Get Around. Somebody wrote, "I Get Around" was a really underrated guitar solo. It is a good guitar solo, and I think Carl plays it too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Somewhere near Japan. We had the guitar player who played that on the show.
We did. Yeah.
Awesome.
When we had on Adam Marsland. Yeah.
That's right. Definitely all I wanna do. The guitar solo is blazing. Oh yeah.
In the 68 one, they're talking about you ain't got time for fun.
Joey Hooper had a good one. Not really a guitar solo, more like a riff. Oh, maybe the riff is the good word for it. But I love the guitar solo on "Good to My Baby."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an awesome song. Dance, Dance, Dance. Oh, that might be one of my favorites from Chris Shields. Russ Smith says fun. Very cool. Carl's Big Chance from All Summer Long. Is that the?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
It's About Time from Colin Daniels. Russell Loft says from Carl Blondie or Session Guy. Oh, I guess any song.
Yeah, I told him it could be anybody. Just a guitar solo you like. I like the one in Marcel is pretty cool too. You remember that one? It's kind of up high a little bit, like up an octave or something.
What, Matt? I like that one too. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I like this. Let me get the guitar. I can play some guitar. I like this one. What is this? It's an early one.
Oh, that's Surf and Safari. Yeah.
Surf and Safari guitar solo.
Sarah, whatever he says there.
Yeah, the Catch a Wave one. No, Shutdown has a cool guitar solo too.
It gets knocked out by that saxophone, but yeah, yeah.
Andy McShane says, "Do it again." John Stebbins says the solo
John.
"When I Get Around." Oh, it was John Stebbins. John Stebbins says the solo "When I Get Around" by Carl is perfect and unfortunately gets credited to Wrecking Crew. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I think John's right about that, and Domenic Priore will know too. But I think the Beach Boys played. There's a good many moods. There's a lot of, like, one of the myths about the Beach Boys is that they didn't play on their records at all, and that's really not true. That was mostly for Pet Sounds, but they played almost everything on the Today album, and all those early albums. So
yeah, they did.
Dennis played more drums than people think. He played drums on When I Grew Up to Be a Man, which I think is one of his best performances on drums.
Do you know early on the early records like Surfin' Safari and Surfin' USA, was it Carl or was it David that played the guitar solos on like Catch a Wave?
That's interesting. I don't know. You want to know one interesting thing? Al Jardine plays bass on a lot of those early albums. He played bass on Catch a Wave.
Hey,
on that real funky drum beat there.
Chat, do you know on Surfin' Safari, question for the chat, do you know Surfin' Safari, who played the guitar solo? Is it Carl or is it David?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That would be a really good trivia question. We should play trivia one night. Would that be fun? Have a trivia?
That would be fun.
Trivia night?
Oh, Do You Want to Dance? It was mentioned in the chat and on our poll as well. Do You Want to Dance has a great guitar solo in the middle.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Wendy. Yep, Wendy's got a good guitar solo. Yep.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yep. A lot of people wrote Bluebirds Over the Mountain, and I appreciate the way Ed Carter plays it, but I think that's way it doesn't fit in with the tune. He's like going nutty, like
He's like that video you see on around like the viral video of like the drummer at the wrong gig. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's like he's playing a kid show, but he's like.
Bill Larson said Carl. I think he's answering your question about David or Carl, and I think that's true because Carl was taking lessons for a long time and was their lead guy.
Spud says there's a cool guitar solo on Al's Waves of Love. I've listened to that song a million times. I can't remember the guitar solo on it. What?
Yeah, I'll have to check it again.
I'm trying to remember.
Where do we go from here? That's a cool song, but I'll have to listen to it again. I'm riding on the waves of love. Yeah. Riding on the waves of love. It got me feeling fine. What? Yeah, there is guitar solos, and I got to re-listen to that one. But thanks, bud. I
don't remember the guitar solo though. I wonder if I have that version. Anyway,
there's like 3 different versions of the tune, so I mean he might be talking about the newer, the newer
Usual
one.
Mike Television says Google says Carl. Maybe on the early stuff. Google says Carl.
And Steven says I believe it was David on Surf and Safari. So we still have some.
We don't know.
Interesting stuff here. Yeah.
Where are our chat experts at?
Bill Larson said David was strictly rhythm guitar, although he's a talented guitarist. Yeah. Michael B. Coates said mostly Carl with a little bit of David. Murray made sure it was mostly Carl. I could understand that.
Interesting. Gene says, I believe Carl's the lead on I Get Around. Okay, so Matthew says, Don't Hurt My Little Sister. Carl played that one. That's a good one.
Well done. That was a song Brian tried to give to Phil Spector. And so
there she goes, she ran in her room, she'll probably be in there the rest of the day.
Oh, that's cool. Bill Larson said David and Carl both took lessons from John Mouse, who was in the Walker Brothers. Oh, that's neat. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Now I really want to know who played the solo on Surfin' Safari.
Yeah. If I had a guess, I'd say Carl, but
Bill says David wasn't allowed to play anything but rhythm, I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, we got a couple minutes before we welcome on Domenic, and we're excited to talk to Domenic. So Domenic, I think in our community, is really well known for his books on the Smile era, right? I mean, that's what I know him from. But he's also got a few books out currently besides that. I think that we'll talk to him tonight about. Looking forward to
and I think even though, and one of the questions we're going to ask him is, what other eras of the Beach Boys interest him if he was going to write another book. And so he might have some really interesting facts about some other time. So, he might be a good one to ask too about the guitar solos and stuff too.
Yeah, I think I will. Who might know that too would be, oh my gosh, awesome author.
Jim Murray. Jim Murphy.
Jim Murphy. Jim Murphy would be great to ask. Hey, if anybody talks to Jim, ask him who did the guitar solo on Surfin' Safari. You know what? Hey, I wonder, why don't we do a giveaway, Matt? That'd be kind of fun. Hey, you know what we should do? We will give away. Hold on, Matt. Give me 2 seconds.
Let's see. Steven says on YouTube, David Marks gives a series of guitar seminars with a lot of Beach Boy examples. That's cool. I'm going to check that out, Steven. I'm not a guitar player, but I'd like to watch David play. He's really good. He was great on the 50th anniversary playing all those guitar solos. Yep.
Okay, you have to message us on Google, it's beachboystalk@gmail.com, or on Facebook or on Instagram. But you can win this Surfin' Safari collectible Woody.
There
or whatever
we go.
This is called, a truck. I don't know. Surfin' Safari collectible. It's got the album on here. It's super cool. This is a collector's item. You can win it, but you have to send us a message, and you have to say whether or not it was David or Carl. But we need proof. Like we need to have like a source. You need to cite your source. You can't just say it was Carl. You have to say it was Carl because something says it here. I don't know. But anyway, if you'd like to win this.
Hello, Wallene. Yeah. And
us.
first one that's cited and is correct will win that. Yep.
First one that cites it and it's correct, we will send you this awesome collector's item, Surfin' Safari car.
Does Wikipedia count as a source? I've always been told in school it doesn't, but.
Well, no, because Wikipedia should cite the source, right?
Yeah, at the bottom, I suppose.
Wikipedia isn't a source itself, I think. But anyway, all right. So Matt, I was just thinking. Don't let me forget. I want to ask him the would you rather of would you rather go. We need to bring this back. We did this last year, but would you rather go in the vaults for an hour, or would you rather spend an hour with the living Beach Boys?
Yeah, that's a great question. I did have Ben Valley's with us tonight, and he wanted to know, he wanted me to remind everybody about Al's show. Al has a show this Friday in Chicago. Is anybody going?
Hey,
Al's
if you're in
band,
Chicago, go right now.
And then report back to us. We come on for the news segment if you want. Let us know how the show was. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be really great. We'd love to hear how the show
We've done that before. Remember, we had a couple friends come on and tell us, report back. So if that's something you're interested in doing, and that goes for the summer, by the way, June, Brian Wilson starts his tour with Chicago, and he's actually coming near me on his birthday. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but that would be cool. So there's Timmy. Hey, Timmy's in the house.
Round, get around, round. I get around. All right, Matt. I'm gonna make sure.
All right.
I'm gonna message our guest here.
So the other poll we had, I'm not gonna pull it up now, but since we were off for 2 weeks, we had two, and the other one we had was what is your favorite pre-Pet Sounds album? And by a landslide, the Beach Boys Today album was the winner, and I was actually surprised by that because Greg and I discuss that often, right, Greg, about which album's the best pre-Pet Sounds. And I know you like Summer Days. Summer Days, yeah. But Today won by a mile. So, and I was actually reading something from David Leaf today. He said his favorite, he said Pet Sounds is the Beach Boys' best album. It's like Brian's, ultimate what have you. But he said his favorite album is the Today album too. And I was pretty surprised by that because that's my favorite. That's what I've always said. It's my favorite. So, oh, cool. Nick Moss said, I'm going to the show on Saturday in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin. Hey, that's awesome, Nick. Let us know how it is. That would be cool. Sean O'Grady's going. All right, Sean.
Oh, Sean. Yeah. Hey, Sean, let us know.
Let us know how it goes, man.
Yeah. Matt, let's keep reading chat for a minute while we're waiting.
Okay.
Trying to get in touch with Dominic.
Bill said it's Carl. He was the lead guitarist. No source, just a lot of knowledge. Yeah, you know what? I think that's true. Bill, I would guess, but Steve and Janice said June 21st, Brian Wilson Band, Chicago. Woohoo. All right. Yeah. Buzz said poor Greg sucked in by Low Cash already.
I get around, get around, I get around, round, get
around. A pretty original line
and
a chord there.
We're gonna grab our beers and
Michael
a lime and put it in the beer and
pick up a muskrat in the back of my pickup truck.
Yeah, that's it.
Michael Perry said Summer Days for me. Matthew Aronoff said Today. Hey, Rick, glad you're here. Usual Mike Television said, I think they made 6 of those different model cars. I had the Summer Days and Summer Nights version, Racing Champions branded. Yeah, Usual Mike, we actually have all those. So we're going to give some of them away eventually. Gene, hey, Gene said Today, fantastic album. Yeah, and maybe that's something we could put in the chat while we're waiting here. What is your favorite pre-Pet Sounds album? Because the reason we put that in the chat that week was Greg was talking about, we were talking about how Pet Sounds, the Beach Boys have almost become identified today, no pun intended with Today, but with the Beach Boys Pet Sounds. Like they didn't put anything else out, that Pet Sounds is the greatest pop album. It's the greatest Beach Boys album. And that's what people talk about a lot. And so one of my many moods was just about, what about all the beautiful progressive music, absolute amazing harmonies that were on a lot of the early albums? I think they're starting to get overlooked a little bit, and we just want to try to bring them back. So that's what we're talking about. So what's your favorite pre-Pet Sounds album? Matthew Smith said seeing the show in Dallas next month. Macrina said Pittsburgh in July, front row. Hey, that's awesome. Front row, huh? That'll be cool. Maybe you can get a set list. Sometimes they give those away at the end. That would be sweet. Michael Brown, third row for the Brian Wilson Chicago Dallas show. I saw the first one in 1975. Wow, Michael, is that the famous Beach Ago tour? Allison said I would see Brian when he comes to Northern California, but it's on the day of my brother's graduation, and I have my own high school graduation. Hey, congratulations on graduating, and congrats to your brother. That's understandable.
Hey, congrats, Allison. Very cool.
Yeah. Buzz said I'll be at the Chicago BW show in Maryland Heights, Missouri, around St. Louis. Anyone else going? Buzz, I might hit up the one near Kansas City. Anyway, very cool. Rick Jensen, I'm front and center at Brian Wilson Chicago Salt Lake City, June 14th. Something we had on our last show we had Paul Von Mertens, And I forgot, I didn't ask him this, but I don't wonder who's going to play first at that show. I wonder if Brian's opening for Chicago or vice versa.
Good question.
Yeah, that would, and I wonder if they're going to play anything together too. That'd be cool, you know. Claire said I picked the Christmas album because you can't beat a good Christmas album. That's true. Yeah, very cool.
Frosty the Snowman.
My baby, she told me she don't wanna hug. I love that song so much. Lips anymore. She's gonna leave me. It's so good, man. That's another great Dennis vibe on the drum there. That's not an easy one to play, really. You know, people say he was just a pounder of the drums and all that, but he could play some good rhythms. You know.
Was that Dennis?
Yeah, he plays on that. Yep.
You sure?
Hey Monza, I am sure. I don't want to have another contest, so I don't.
I know we can't keep giving away everything. Once again, if you can tell us who played guitar on Surfin' Safari, the solo, and you can cite your source, it's got to be a good source. It's got to be a reliable source. Wikipedia does not count. We will send you the Surfin' Safari collectible car. That's a good one. Well, we're still waiting for Domenic here. So Matt, I don't know what we want to do. The beauty of live television is waiting on.
All right, so why don't we do this while we're waiting? Why don't you want to play a few songs, a few requests?
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Matt, do you want to send Domenic a message?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay, cool. I sent him one too. I think he should have everything. So
hey, Todd's here. Pat Slattery said I'm going on 7-Eleven in New Jersey. Steven said Little Deuce Coupe with No Go Showboat is a great early album.
Oh, that is a good one.
Steve, can you explain what you mean by Little Deuce Coupe /32/32 with No Go Showboat? Is that different than the regular one? I'm not sure what that means.
That one's on there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm wondering if he's talking about a different version. I don't know. Yeah, Whitney, Merry Christmas Baby is probably, other than Little Saint Nick, which to me, the harmony when it comes in at the end and it resolves and they say, Merry Christmas, Saint Nick. That gets me every time. But my favorite one other than that is Merry Christmas Baby by, and it doesn't ever get played on the radio. You ever notice that? The only Beach Boys song they play at Christmas is The Man with All the Toys and Little Saint Nick. Merry Christmas Baby never gets any loving, but that song is awesome.
Yeah. Recording wise, production wise, it's a little rough, but I think they could have put more time.
Yeah,
in
man.
There. Oh, if we ever have Al on,
raw Beach Boys, man.
Or I should say, when we have Al or Brian on, I want to ask them: did they know what songs were going to be the singles and put more into it? Because clearly there's a difference in their performances studio wise from
Well, have you?
When I Grew Up to Be a Man versus Good to My Baby. There's two very different productions, right? And try.
Yeah. Well, have you ever heard the? I'm sure you have, but the album version of Little Saint Nick is really stripped down compared to the single version. The single version has the bells and the sleigh bells, and then and all you have on the regular one is just the basic 5-band stuff. So that's interesting too. So.
Yeah, because it definitely seems like there's a different, I wonder if they mentally checked out a little bit on some songs, knowing that it wasn't going to be a single and was going to be kind of filler.
That's a good question. Yeah. And I think that changed around maybe the Today album where, people say he did that. He got inspired by Rubber Soul where there was no filler on it. And so he made Pet Sounds, but I think if you take off that track where the Beach Boys are talking on Today, there's no filler on that album either, and it kind of changed. I mean, Kiss Me Baby wasn't a single. I know it was a B-side, but think about that, right? And how elaborate that is. So.
All right, Matt, somebody requested this one. I want to play it.
All right.
While we're waiting for Domenic. In that soulful
deep track.
Sunshine. She looks so fresh and sweet.
Keeps herself soft and tender.
No wonder that I can't sing a song that soulful old man sunshine. Yeah. She looks so fresh and sweet, keeps herself soft and tender. No wonder that I can sing a song about my baby. She looks so healthy, I feel so doggone wealthy. No wonder that I can sing a song about my baby. So happy together, love is better in that soulful old man sunshine. Hey, old man, shine your love on me. Hey, old man, shine your love on me. So for the man, sunshine, shine your divine light on me. Hey, old man, sunshine. Suddenly the light shines through, and I see you standing there before me. Morning and evening, my love is waving, a magical thread of joy that joins our hearts together. So happy together, love is better in that soulful old man sunshine.
Very nice. Hey,
Yikes.
do you think they should have put that song on Sunflower?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know they
It
did.
should have gone on something. It was really good.
Yeah, I felt like it went a little bit too long. Oh, I got clarification. Steven said, Matt, that's the album. Talking about Little Deuce Coupe. It has a picture of a Deuce Coupe on the cover. It's called Little Deuce Coupe 3232. Yeah, I have the album, but I'm going to have to look again. I don't remember the 3232 thing.
It is like part of the name.
He said it has No Go Showboat and Car Crazy Cutie. Right. I knew all that. I just thought you were talking about something else, but I got to look at the 32 thing. I remember that. And then he said, Greg, can you sing Car Crazy Cutie?
Yeah.
You've ever played that one?
Yeah, I have to look up the lyrics though.
Is that the run, do, run one? Or is that a different one?
Run. Yes, that's right. That's a good one. All right, folks. We're just waiting on Dominic. I hope he joins us here. We sent him a few messages and he confirmed, so we'll see what happens. Run. A run, a rum, a do run, run, whoa, run, a rum, a do run, run, whoa, run, a rum, a do run, run, whoa. Well, my steady little doll is a real life cutie, and everybody knows she's a car crazy cutie. She's hip to everything, man, from cousin to rest, and acts a grease and better in her fingernails. Oh yeah. Too much. I take her to the drags, man, and everyone flips for her big blue eyes and a candy avalanche. Oh yeah. Oh 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 oh. Nah, car cutie. Oh oh oh. Hey. Car crazy cutie. Car crazy cutie.
Very nice.
Man, I haven't heard that song in a while.
That's an early rocker. Yep.
That is an early one.
Mhm.
Well,
I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, it happens. And
Yeah.
like I said, we're live, so well, let's do a few more songs, Matt. But I'm hoping that Dominic will be joining us here in just a little bit.
Yeah, stay with us. We'll hope he'll get on here and have an awesome conversation. So
Yeah. All right, Matt.
Michael said, this one might kill your voice, but Michael said, I've never heard you do. I just wasn't made for these times. You used to play that one awesome, I remember, and sing it well.
Yeah.
You got to sing it like
let's do a
little
little bit.
Joe, that's a good one too. This Car of Mine. Yeah, Dennis, great Dennis lead.
I keep looking for a place to fit in where I can speak my mind. And I've been trying hard to find the people that I won't leave behind. They say I got brains, but they ain't doing me no good. I wish they could. Each time things start to happen again, I think I've got something good going for myself, but what goes wrong? Sometimes I feel very sad. Sometimes I feel very sad. Sometimes I feel very sad. I guess I just wasn't made for these times. Every time I get the inspiration to go change things around, no one wants to help me look for places where new things might be found. Where can I turn when my fair weather friends come out? What's it all about? Each time things start to happen again, I think I've got something good going for myself, but what goes wrong? Sometimes I feel very sad. Sometimes I feel very sad. Sometimes I feel very sad. I guess I just wasn't made for these times. Guess I just wasn't made for these times. Guess I just wasn't made for these times. Guess I just wasn't made for these times.
Yeah, brother.
Round, round, get around, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around.
Hey, I got a trivia question.
Yeah.
Did you know in the background of that song they're singing in Spanish?
Yeah.
And does anybody know what they're saying in Spanish and what it means? I think I've heard it before, but I don't remember.
I was just about to ask you that.
And I wonder why it's in Spanish. I always wondered that. I don't know if I've ever heard Brian give
this isn't even
give an answer for that. But if anybody has that answer, I'd be interested to know.
This is a dumb question. Does anybody know, is there a version out there that just does the backup vocals on that? the Spanish where we
Yeah,
can
that'd
hear
be cool to hear, right? Just
That-
the vocal take, yeah.
Matt, you asked earlier what everybody was listening to, and that's one song that came up while I was just kind of putzing around. And the backup harmonies on that are so cool, but you can only kind of hear them. And
They're kind of muffled in the
they're
back,
a little
right?
muffled. Yeah.
And they're singing Spanish, so anybody that knows what they're saying there, I'd be interested to know that.
Yes, I would love to hear a copy of that, just the backup vocals.
And that's an interesting song because it's so different. You know, the instrumentation, the what's that thing he used? That the thing in the background, do the percussion he's using there. It's interesting, you know. Not always in pop songs.
Like tempo blocks, right?
Tempo blocks, yeah. The way he uses them, yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And chords that go all over the place, so very interesting.
Yeah. Hey guys, just an update. We plan to have Domenic on, but must be having some issues. So, we're gonna wait a little bit longer and give him some more time to come join us. But in the meantime, if you'd like to hear a song or you want to chat about something, let us know. Diane, in the background of I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, there are actually harmony parts, but they're being sung in Spanish, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know what they're saying in Spanish.
Yeah, me too. And Monza joined us. Hey, Monza. And he asked, is anybody excited about the She and Him album? We talked about that in our news segment tonight, Monza. We had some mixed versions of it. So I think what we said was it's neat that they're honoring the Beach Boys and Brian's getting more recognition, you know. So
yeah.
And then Monza said it's something like "One Day I Will" in Spanish, but not certain. Steven said, "When will I be one day? I'll be."
So I feel like we're getting closer.
When will I be one day? I'll be.
One day I'll be. Also, something I didn't know until pretty recently, relatively, Dennis sings the lead with Brian the whole time, right, or something.
Well, it's something like that. No, my understanding is that, and I was going to say that Dennis sang a lead, I think, but then they didn't use it. But I heard there's a part where his voice is still on there.
You can hear it, with what goes wrong. You can hear Dennis.
It's something like that. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
That is really neat.
Yeah, but interesting. It'd be interesting. It would have been neat to hear Dennis sing that. In his soulful voice there, right? Mm-hmm. See what that would sound like. So anyway, yeah, James, they do. They I didn't know they sang Spanish in that either. Cause like Greg said, the background is so muffled. You can't really tell what they're saying. So I just wonder, I'd like to pick Brian or maybe Al sometime. Why have Spanish in that song? Cause it doesn't have anything to do with Spanish.
Cause Brian Wilson is awesome. And
I know
Tony Asher is awesome. That's why. Hey, Steve wants to hear, or somebody wants. Steven wants to hear "Ballad of Old Betsy." Man.
And Steve, he said, "Where did you get that info?" I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere, and I heard him talk about it. It is Spanish.
Let's do
Craig Clemens
Betsy and then do "Darling."
Hey, Craig. He said, "Oh, cuando seré un día seré." Okay, that's what they're saying.
What does that mean? Go to Google Translate.
When will I be? Someday I will. Oh, that makes more sense.
That's
when will
cool.
I be? Someday I will. Made for these times, I suppose. So
that's neat. So cool. All right, let's do "Ballad of a Betsy."
All right, Little Do Scoop album again, giving that some love tonight. 50th anniversary concert. Scott Totten sang it. Remember? It was awesome.
I don't know. She was born. I'm trying to think if there's any.
Born at 32.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring this down. There's no way this is gonna be a problem.
Michael, there is a full interview, but it's not on YouTube. It's on our Facebook page. So,
all right, "Ballad of Old Betsy" by request. Betsy. She was born in 32, and was she ever pretty? She rode a freight train west, all the way from Detroit City. Betsy's seen more places than I'll ever hope to see. Betsy's been more loyal than Annie Frank could be. With some she traveled fast, with others it was slow. Betsy'd seen them all, she'd seen them come and go. She must have had some others before I finally met her. I'm singing this wrong, I think. And now that she's all mine, they'd better just forget her. Betsy was a lady, and that she will remain. Betsy took some beatings, but she never once complained. She had a... Wait, am I singing this right?
Yeah, sounds right.
So far?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Oh, Michael, Surfer Moon. That song is awesome. Blame it on.
I'm gonna butcher my way through this.
Moon.
That everyone could see. I was the oh yeah, I'm right. She wore that too, but she gave her life to me. She may be rusted iron, but to me she's solid gold. And I just can't hold the tears back, 'cause Betsy's growing old.
That sounds like the end of Graduation Day.
It is. I didn't do this.
Graduation Day.
Yikes. That was
Dakota-
that was the free version.
Dakota said, hey, Dakota is here with us. Greg, have you
Dakota.
been practicing? I want to pick you up. I believe you told Dakota you would be practicing that one to play it.
Shoot.
I want to pick you up.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
You're
I got it.
still a baby to
Cradles
me.
and cradles and cradles and toys.
What do the planets mean? And have you...
What's the song? I want to pick you up.
Yeah.
I want to pick you up lyrics. All right, here we go. There's not a lot of
So interesting chords. Al talked about how Love You's like deceivingly like it seems like they're simple songs because the production stripped down, but he said it's some of the hardest stuff to play and sing. And when you listen to it, it's pretty true, actually. And this is one of those songs, I think. Also, Darian Sahanaja has a great recording of this song too. Yeah, Bill, you're right. As if Betsy's an old dog. Who calls their girl Rusty, you know? I've heard lots of people talk about people wanting Brian to do the whole Love You album. What do you think about that, Greg? You think that'd be interesting? Anybody go see that, the whole Love You album?
I would see that, but like hardcore fans, I'd see that.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't sell well. Although I'd love to hear I'll Bet He's Nice. That's my favorite song on that album. So,
all right, I'm gonna listen to it real quick.
Make It Big. Oh yeah, Allison. Greg, that's true. We got to sing Graduation Day for Allison. She's graduating.
Let's do it.
We'll remember always. Graduation.
Matt, we'll do it acapella.
At the senior prom, we danced till 3.
And
then you gave your heart to me. We'll remember always. We got to do our
all right, almost
freshman voices on that.
We're gonna do I Want to Pick You Up from the Love You album.
Their live recording, that's pretty cool, actually, on that concert album. Hang with us, everybody. Still waiting on Domenic. Hopefully he'll get on here with us.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got it. Don't worry, it's coming.
Greg, you shoot him an email. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, Bill. Yeah, that song's about I Want to Pick You Up's about his daughter, right? Missing when she was a baby.
I thought it was about like DoorDash McDonald's.
Cause you're still a burger to me.
Like a takeout.
No more Beach Boy puns.
Dude, the best one ever.
Let him run mild.
Let him run mild. Still the best Beach Boys fun. All right.
Hey Kevin, that is cool. Mike's been playing Still Cruising. That song rocks. Greg and I did a show about the 80s, and we think the 80s gets unfairly maligned too. So that's cool.
All right, we're going to go for it. Okay. Nothing yet, brother. I want to pick you up, 'cause you're still a baby to me. Cribs and cradles and bottles and toys, part of all the joys they bring. I wanna wash your face and change your clothes and button your shoes, walk you around and wrestle with you. Then I'm gonna make you sing. In the morning I will pick you up, feed you berries from a little cup. I want to pick you up, rock you back and forth and make you smile. I want to hold you close for a while. Wanna tickle your feet and drop you in a little tub, wash your body and shampoo your hair, then not to sting your eyes. Oh man, when it's night I wanna bed you bed, down sting you on your little head. I want to pick you up, rock you back and forth and make you smile. I want to hold you close for a while. Pat, 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 pat her on her butt, but she's gone to sleep. Be quiet. Pat, 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 pat her on her butt. She's gone to sleep.
Yikes. Oh, hey, but from a music point of view, is that
Yikes is right.
from a music point of view, is that hard to play? Are those chord changes?
Oh yeah,
kinda
I didn't play any of
weird?
those changes right. They're cool changes. I didn't play.
No,
them
but
right.
I'm not talking about you necessarily, but just in general,
Yeah. Oh,
since
yeah.
you're a keyboard guy, is
Yeah, they're
that
groovy.
because I heard that's what about that
Yeah,
album. The
it's- who-
lyrics are
who
kind of
wrote-
weird, but
did Dennis
musically
write
they're
that?
good.
Did Dennis write that?
Brian wrote it.
Oh
you know?
yeah, it sounds like it's
Dennis sings it, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, it's cool. I dig it. I dig
Yeah.
it. Well, everybody, so for those of you tuning in, we're going to have Domenic Priore on this evening, but it looks like we may have some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're still here and we're still partying. Beach Boys Talk. So if we can't get him on, we'll have to reschedule. But we're holding out hope that in the next 5 minutes or so he will join us still. But if not, we'll have to get him back on. Now, next week we do have Ian Rustin on finally again, which is going to be great. Right? Is that next week, Matt?
Yeah. We got a book to give away too. We had on John Stebbins. John Stebbins and Ian Rustin wrote a book together, The Beach Boys in Concert.
Yeah.
I think our friend Steve won one of the copies already. It's a great book. So we're going to give another one away next week, and we'll talk to Ian about his stories with the Beach Boys. And then we're going to do an album, right, Greg? And I think after that, right, we're going to go back to an album. We've had our roots.
We've had so many guests on. We kind of want to get back a little bit to like the album reviews and just kind of hanging out and chatting. So we will do that. And then we have some other good guests lined up as well.
Yeah, we do.
Really do. Some really good ones coming up.
But we don't want to give away the album, huh? Or not yet? I mean, it's not a big secret, but
no. Let's tease it. It's one of Matt's favorites, and don't say anything else. Yeah, long time listeners of the show will know exactly what album it is.
It's my dream review.
It's his dream review. Anybody want to have a guess what Matt's dream album review is? Okay, you guys want to hear another song? Should we keep going?
You got to play Graduation Day for Allison.
Allison says MIU. Oh, yeah.
That's a good guess, Allison.
There's a time. There's a time. What key? We should an F. MIU. They're all saying MIU. Cat's out of the bag.
They know me too well.
Oh, nice, Matt.
Oh, yeah. They know me.
Is that a hint?
Because they know me too well.
All right, this is for Allison, everybody. Allison is graduating from high school. Awesome. There's a time for joy, a time for tears, a time we'll treasure through the years. We'll remember always graduation day at the senior prom. We danced till 3, and there you gave your heart to me. We'll remember always Allison's graduation day. Sing it, Matt. No, wait.
Though we leave in, I don't know. How does it go?
Oh, yeah. Though we live in sorrow. I don't know if this is right. All the joys we know.
We can face
tomorrow. No, knowing we'll never walk alone. Dang it. What are the words?
It's
the ivy walls are far behind. Is that right? No matter where our paths may wind, we'll remember always graduation day. We'll remember always graduation day.
Cindy said, "Why are you singing like a piano bar guy?"
Because I'm singing Graduation Day. That's why.
That's got like a little feel like that. Well, congratulations,
Yeah,
Allison.
exciting,
That's awesome.
Allison. Very fun.
Yeah, Jacqueline Love on the show said she might hit up Allison's graduation with Mike. You should get Mike to sing that to you. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
And get a video of it and show it to us.
Yeah. Tell Mike he needs to sing for you. Otherwise, not invited.
That'd be cool if he had like.
Tell him to bring
Allison. You have a graduation party and like the Beach Boys just play.
Allison,
that'd be sweet.
Tell him to bring Low Cash.
What do they sing, Greg?
I have it. Around, round, get around, I get around, I get around, round, round, and I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around. Is that?
Yikes.
Around town.
So, as you were singing, we got a lot of MIUs in the chats and today's for the album.
That is incorrect.
We will see.
That is not the album we are doing.
I was a little bit misleading because MIU is my dream review. It's just Greg doesn't want to do it because he's got to play the songs.
Matt, like, maybe we'll let them wonder.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell them what it is, but I'm just going to say the thing is you have to play those songs, and if they're torturous for you, that could be a difficult hour. You know what I mean?
Matt, you didn't get my hint. I said maybe we should just let them wonder.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. You want me to please let them wonder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
my bad.
Or pick a different one.
Well, don't hurt my little sister either, all right?
Well, your little sister is my little sister, man.
That wasn't too subtle.
And I'd always be good to your baby.
Yeah, and sometimes when you play, I want to get up and dance.
You do. Know? You like to. Well, do you want to dance? Like right now? Do it. Dance.
I don't know how to dance. I need some help from my friend Rhonda. So please help me, Rhonda, with the dancing.
Do we know a Rhonda? Does anybody know Rhonda?
I don't know, but if I see her, I'm going to ask her to kiss me, baby. So
yeah. Yeah. I'm also remember that one guy we met, the Bull, his name was Bull, and we had Sessions Daddies with him. What is it?
Session Daddies?
No, it's a session.
Whatever that means.
Songs are on that album. What other ones are on there?
I don't know, but Allison's just graduating college. She's so young. You know what I mean?
She's very young.
Yeah.
Can't marry no one.
Can't marry no one.
Probably, yeah, probably should marry.
Got to go to college first.
Yeah. Are we missing?
Oh.
Well,
you know what?
What?
I love the show, but it won't last forever. That's kind of sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to be morbid.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said, "Oh, today."
We're gonna do the Today album. It's gonna be really fun. By the way, Buzz linked the Beach Boys by Weezer. I love that song.
Oh, so there's another song called Beach Boys, huh?
Yeah, but none of the Beach Boys are involved in it though.
Right, it's just a song in honor of them.
Yeah, it's actually a really awesome album. I love that album.
See, I gotta branch out, man. I think that would be a good episode. We could call it the Education of Matt, and you can like tell me like what music I should listen to that I haven't before. Because honestly, I listen to a lot of Beach Boys, of course, Four Seasons, some Billy Joel, but my other love is opera. Like when I was painting yesterday, I listened to Aida, and the day before I listened to Lucia di Lammermoor and Torndot. So I don't always listen to pop music, but I'd like to hear if there's other good stuff out there. I'd like to hear it. I just don't know where to go. It's overwhelming sometimes, you know, because I've listened to the Beach Boys so much, you know, that it's hard to branch out, because when I listen to them, I'm just so happy, you know. So why listen to anything else, you know? Yeah.
Because there's other great music out there.
Right. I just don't know what it is, so I wouldn't mind picking your brain on that. Michael's got a lot of requests tonight. He said Funky Pretty. Stacy said Funky Pretty.
Funky Pretty?
Yeah, funky. No, that's a Mess of Help.
Oh,
Funky Pretty is da na 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 man. Do do do
more than gold.
She's very spiritual, I'm told.
She's very spiritual, I'm told.
So that song reminds me of Love You, actually. Could have been on the Love You album with the synthesizers. You know what I mean?
I'll pull up the words. What's it? Funky Pretty?
And Brian played all the. It's on the Holland album, Funky Pretty. And Brian played all the instruments on that one, kind of like on Love You Too, even the drum. That's
Ready?
why it's simple. But the tag in that song is so good. Funky.
Yeah.
Still remember Funky Pretty.
A Pisces lady loves romance. Her movements tell you at a glance. While they say Pisces rule the dance. Yeah. She values flowers more than gold. She thinks a man is not so old. She's very spiritual, I'm told.
Whoa.
But where's my spark in the dark? Lonely ghost in the morning aglow. A funky pretty flame in my heart. Me and my Pisces lady. Her calendar is not like ours. The hieroglyphs mark changing hours. Ooh. Her guiding light is from the stars. Whoa. A book of verse, a jug of wine. She'll always tell what's on her mind by just your birthday, place, and time. Yeah. 'Cause where's the night in the sea? You'll see why she's a princess incarnate to me, daughter of Neptune, rulers of the sea, the queen of Copenhagen, the dream of Amsterdam, the dream of Gay Parisi, the theme of You Say I See, the scene of Great Britain. What is happening? The meaning of Los Angeles, the heat in Toko Easy, the treatment of DIC. Funky pretty, you're funky pretty.
Great lyrics there.
Don't worry, it's alright. I'm coming back when the aspect's alright. And now I look in the paper each day, wondering what my horoscope will say.
Best part right here.
Remember funky pretty. Still remember funky pretty.
Yeah, I really like that. That's actually my favorite song on Holland. Some people don't like it, but I think it's cool. Yeah, but it sounds cooler with the piano.
Sailor's on Holland.
Yeah, I think it's better than Sail on Sailor.
Wow.
Michael B. Coates, you said here's a tip, Matt. Michael Nesmith and the First National Band. Yeah, I like Michael Nesmith. I know, he was with the Monkees, but I do like the song Rio. I think that song's awesome. I don't know if that's with that band or just a solo song, but Rio's a really cool song.
I like What Am I Doing Hanging Round. That's
on Carl and the Passions. No, I think Funky Pretty is on Holland because he had that fairy tale music too that's similar. So
are you sure?
Very good. Yeah, I don't think it's on Carl and the Passions. Carl and the Passions has Marcella, Messa Help, All This Is That, but Funky Pretty's on Holland.
Sometimes I mess up some of those tunes.
Well, you didn't say that. Somebody said that in the chat. Another Greg, I think.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
not to be like a correction nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so sorry. We planned on have Domenic on, and once again, this is just a live show, so we always kind of just hope everything works perfectly, and it looks like tonight. I'm not sure it's going to work out tonight, so we are so sorry for the bait and switch, but we're super happy you could join us tonight, and we will have Domenic on hopefully at some point.
Yeah, we'll reschedule it. But it was still a pretty fun show.
Yeah, it was fun to chat
through. And
yeah.
We had a good debate about the Beach Boys name. We talked about some news. Greg got introduced to some new music.
Hey, Jeff is giving me the lyrics. Hold on. I get
lyrics
it,
to
get
what?
Around, round, round.
No,
I
not
get
that
around.
one.
I get around, real good drink. We'll drink 'em down. We'll drink 'em down, drink 'em down. We'll drink 'em down. We'll drink 'em down, drink 'em down. We'll drink 'em down. We get around.
Is that the whole song?
Yeah, I think so.
Yikes.
I know they talk about, like, instead of saying get the S word wrecked, they say shipwrecked. Let's get shipwrecked.
Well,
yeah.
They're Bush Light or whatever they drink.
Really clever. Natty Light, beer 30.
Natty Light. I get around. I see.
Round, I get around, get around, root around.
Spud said it's taking Dominic longer to be on the show than it took Smile to come out. That's true. Yeah, sorry about that, all. Sometimes it happens, but we're glad you're here, Spud. It's an honor, man. Thank you, Bill. Hey, thank you, Steve and Janice. Dominic's a no-go showboat, Johnson. Rio is a later song. The first national band was right after the Monkees. Okay, I'm going to check that out, Michael, because I do like Michael Nesmith. I like his singing voice, too. They got that one song, What Am I Doing Hanging Around, the Monkees? That song's awesome.
Yeah, I already said that.
I said I liked Rio. Have you ever heard that song, Rio? You should learn that one. It's a good one.
Rio?
Mm-hmm.
No. I had somebody request the other day, Matt. I was doing a corporate event. Somebody requested Rosalinda's Eyes.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. Crazy
Latin
dancer.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking while you put the song up again. I didn't know that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you don't know.
I can't hear it. So I'm like sitting here talking like an idiot. That's why you were dancing.
Out in the Spanish part of town, Rosalinda understand.
That's about his mom.
Love is getting out, that don't get me down. Rosalinda understand. Crazy Latin music dancing out on in the square. Oh, Havana girl, I'm looking for you everywhere. Now I plan to make it. I'm ready to take it. I can overspend on
Cuban skies.
And Rosalinda's eyes.
Yeah. Billy Joel used to open for the Beach Boys in the early 70s before he was popular. Imagine that.
Yeah, amazing.
Seeing him rock out. Yeah.
I get around, round. I get around, knock 'em down, we'll throw 'em down.
You're gonna fly to Nashville to go to the Opry, I think, and I'm gonna see you in the front row.
Stacy says, "Can we do a Dennis Wilson show?" We have so many shows we want to get to. That's why we're kind of we're gonna do more guests, but we definitely want to get back to like doing the more like, hey, this is the Dennis Wilson show, the Carl.
We
Wilson
wanted to
show.
do one featuring every Beach Boy. We want to do a Bruce show, a Brian, Mike, all of them. We just
it's coming. They're all coming. It's gonna happen.
So.
All right, brother. Well, hey.
All right. Well,
bummer. What a bummer. I'm sorry,
We'll get
guys.
in touch with him, and we'll do it again sometime. But that stuff happens. But I'm telling you, it gave us some time to talk and kind of do what we do. So.
Yep. All right.
And, you killed it tonight. So.
From all of us here at Beach Boys Talk, y'all get around. We love you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
We'll be back. Can't wait.
Where they say we talk a little funny. Let's take